if you want to start on a UK map with lots of detail, you might like this map. Let's take a quick look around. Let's see what you got. You're going to start here, but your sleep button is actually back here. Okay, sleep button, wardrobe button right there. Okay, let's look around a little bit. You got some storage here. You got a nice crampy trailer, holds 20 cubic meters of stuff. You got this Kloss tractor. This is your smallest tractor, has 180 horsepower. It's already maxed out. But you have a New Holland T7. It has 271 horsepower, but you could actually increase that to 302. You have a middle of the road Kloss 6900 Lexion harvester, so it's pretty good size. Okay, up here you have a fueling station, and it comes with 10,000 liters of fuel. You have a decent sized cultivator and a plow. Over here you got your silo that holds 1.2 million worth of stuff. You've got some bale storage here that holds 500 bales. And you have a header on a trailer here. Now your header could be upgraded. This one's 10.8 meters, and I think the upgraded one is like 13.5 or 13.2. So that's one of the changes you could do right off the bat. And a couple of your fields are right here. This one is 2.92 acres of barley. They all have barley in it ready to harvest, and this is 7.69. We'll look at the other two in a minute. You have two more fields that are actually larger. Over here you have a square baler. I like how these are passed through, so you got doors on both sides, makes it easier. Over here you have this little area here. It's a grassy field, but it has a lot of trees in it. You could do a number of things with it. You could put greenhouses here. You could take the trees out, put a sheep pen in there, take the trees out and mow it, whatever you want to do, but it's extra land for you. Okay, you got some more storage right here for your stuff. Can't get anything big in there. It's kind of narrow. You have a decent sized pull behind sprayer right here, and you have a lime/fertilizer spreader, and you have the Great Plains seeder right here to get you rolling to start with. Let me show you on the map. Okay, we are here. This is your farm area. Okay, you have these two fields here, but you also own two more fields down here, and these are big. So combined, let's see, this one is about 10.83 acres, and this one is 12.74 acres of field area. So combined there, you have just over 34 acres, and that ends up being about $200,000 worth of barley if you put it in your silo and wait till January to sell that. So that's pretty good. Let me show you a couple of other unique things. Here's where the shop is. Okay, pretty cool. You got people in here, which I like. You can go inside. I like the fact there's people walking around. That just makes it, realistic. That's really cool. Now, close to here, like right here, you have several of these areas that you can purchase. And the reason these are here is, let me show you the productions on the map. You don't own any, and there's not any. Okay, but you have several of these areas that you could purchase. This one's $234,000. There's another one here for $232,000, very similar, where you can put productions yourself and you'll own those. Okay, here's another one for $169,000, and they all have little gates that come in there. So those are kind of cool. This map is what you make of it. There's your biogas plant there. It's $1 million. Let me show you a couple of things in the map. Everything. One of the cool things is all the buildings are removable. All the debris is removable. You can do a lot with this map as far as customization. There's some other farms you can get. This one's $392, complete with the site, very similar to what you have, complete with the silo and storage and stuff. There's a big cattle farm down there we're going to look at in just a second. It's expensive though. Let me just show you some of the detail. Let me go here because this is a common sell point, the grain mill. This is where you take your grain to sell it. Now notice you can't pull all the way through. It's blocked. So be sure that you have a trailer that you can back. Okay, be sure that you don't get a trailer that jackknives when you try to back it. Okay, so when you're coming into here, I like this map. It has a lot of detail. I like the fact you can purchase everything on there. Other houses, pieces of land. Look at this. This is cool. A lot of detail going on. This gets more and more water in it sometimes. Might be a challenge on certain times of the year. Look at that. Has a depth gauge there. So right now it's only a foot deep. Okay. Feet on the left, meters on the right. There you go. So it's a foot deep. I know I can cross that with just about anything. And there you go. But it's pretty cool. There's a lot of detail. If you come down these roads, lots of detail. We're going to take an aerial view in just a minute. Okay, let's hop over here and look at this field here. Okay, another one of your fields. Okay, here's a shop right here. It does have a gate. Can't get anything too big out of there. And there's one of those blank areas you can purchase. Let's take a look from the sky here. Okay, here's your shop. Now, I actually purchased the largest combine there and trailered the thing. And you can actually get it in here. You got to snake it through there, pulling it on the trailer. And then I came up here to harvest these fields because you have pretty good bit of area. 34 acres is a lot to get done right now. But the harvester you have will do it. But I don't like the fact that you got to pull the trailer and then you got the trailer in the way. On the biggest one, the AF11, the header is also a trailer, or it can be. Okay, there's the shop area. You can see these blank areas here where you can buy them and put productions. There's your biogas plant. And these are your other two fields here. So you come pretty good. Your net worth, starting out, it's like 2.2 million with your equipment and your land, which is pretty good. You got some sell points down here. This is a cattle farm. We're going to look at again in a second. Unlike some UK maps, though, it is more navigable. There's another blank area you could purchase to put some productions. So this is kind of like a blank slate. You start out, you have plenty of fields to, make a living, but there's a lot of things you could buy too. And these other farms, if you need more storage, I purchased some of these other areas to put stuff closer to the field. Look at this whole deal here you could purchase. That's pretty cool. Another area right there. Okay, another farm. Like I say, if you look at the map, there are many areas, everything you can purchase, okay? You can purchase forestry areas, you can purchase other little areas with storage buildings, complete farms, all kind of things you can purchase on this map. So it's very flexible, very flexible. All right, let me go show you this cattle farm because it's kind of cool. Now, it's not cheap. It's $1.176 million. But check it out. It comes with 25 cows. It has a capacity of 204 cows. And these are dairy cows. There's your slurry. Got a nice little barn there. There's lots of storage here. Okay, that building's similar to one you have. This one's cool, though. It's big. You get a lot of stuff in there. This is actually a silo where you can put 2 million liters of stuff. That's kind of cool. Once again, you're going to need a trailer that backs. Over here you got a fuel station. It has 10,000 liters, kind of like your farm. You got some storage over here. Bale storage holds 500 bales. This is where you feed your cows. Oh, you got some bunker silos too next to your bale storage. And your house is right here that comes with that. Pretty cool, pretty cool. So if you want to do a farm management thing, get $1.5 million, you could purchase this. Get started on some dairy cows. That's kind of neat if you're into cows. All right, this map is called Saxlingham Farm Estates. Saxlingham Farm Estates. Like I said, it has a lot of detail. It's a UK map. When you're riding around on these little roads, it's very scenic. Like I say, you cross the little stream there. Some of your homes that you see and points of sale. There's a lot of greenery you can purchase, other fields you can purchase. It is not square and boring at all if you like variety to your fields. It has slight elevation changes. So it's a beautiful map over in the UK. So if you're into that, here you go. This is for you. So that's it. That's all I got. I'm Farmer Teacher. Give us a thumbs up. Share this with your farming buddies. They might like it too, just like you. So I'll see you on the next go round. Bye-bye.